Hi guys, welcome back to Westside Revive. We're going to start off the thrift hunt with this, what is it, a bunny or a duck? I couldn't tell. I thought it was a duck at first, but I really do think it's a bunny piggy bank. When I was flipping through these artwork pieces, I was so excited to find this sailboat. I really enjoy Seafarer. I have a whole collection on my online shop, and I wanted to take this one home, but I just didn't know if it was an authentic piece or not. This item definitely threw me for a loop. I had no idea what it was. The best thought that came to my mind was a potential incense burner or a salt and pepper shaker. I don't know. What do you think? This was another really cute piece. Again, I questioned its authenticity. I didn't know if it was a real piece or a print. Just another unique item. I really enjoyed the heaviness. It felt really heavy, which made it feel very valuable. This would be really cute in a nursery. Wood and birds, two things that I definitely enjoy. This piece was really cute. I ended up not picking it up, but I really did like the vibe that it had. It felt very old. Another old piece here that I thought was quite darling. I liked the brass, the gold accents. I can't tell where it was made, but it just felt very vintage and a very cute trinket box. This piece, I was so excited about this piece, but when I turned it over on the bottom, I don't believe it had a maker's mark that I could recognize, but I really loved the flowers on that piece. And then a miniature version. The birds just drew me to this one. I thought that was a really cute bud vase, along with this napkin holder. I really liked the colors on both of these pieces. Look at this whimsical piece. I love the fish jumping out of the water. Speaking of butterflies in that last photo, look at this guy. This is a little brass pin, I believe, but the eyes kind of creeped me out. They were red, and I wasn't sure I was ready to take home a butterfly with red eyes. These items kind of threw me for a loop. I'm not sure what they were. I'm assuming tea light candle holder. I really did like the texture on them. This item, I collect this style of mug, and this item was so exciting just because it's like a speckled Chinese print, and I really am drawn to these pieces. The blue flowers on this piece were just such a statement piece. More birds. This one was very cute. I believe it was a soap holder. The blues and whites, they're very hard for me to turn away from. I believe this is a blue onion pattern, and I would have gotten it if there were more dishes just like this, but this was just a single. Look at this collection of green vases. There were so many of them. I just spent my morning at a local coffee shop. I have my coffee. I'm sorry if the audio isn't pristine. I left my mics at home. I wasn't planning on going shopping today, but I have about an hour in my schedule where I can go out to a couple thrift stores. And I love sending you guys these videos and publishing these videos about once a week because I love sharing this sustainable hobby, this treasure hunting activity with everyone. And I know that we all have fun hanging out together. So I just wanted to invite you guys along, and hopefully you enjoy this video. If you do, give it a like and subscribe, and then you'll get notified when my most recent videos come out. I'm so excited. I was just working on my online treasure shop. I just updated the shipping policy and the return policy and started just messing with all of the collections that I have, all the items. I still have so many items that I still have to list on there, but if you see items in my videos that you are interested in, reach out to me, check out my shop, and I will post them on there so that you guys can buy them, and I will try to give you guys a really good deal. Just note that even though I get the price at a really good deal at the thrift store, it takes a lot of time and effort to be able to clean them up, stage them, take photos, and then ship them. So that's what that's about the price that I list them for, is just accounting for that so that I can continue to do what we all love to do. So I can be like your personal shopper, thrifter. But yes, just feel free to go check out my treasure shop and let's go shopping. Woo woo! Really quick, I just want to give huge shout out to Quince for giving me this beautiful bag. Look at how cute it is. I love this purse. If you're interested, check out my link in the description below. Another one of those baskets. It's a wooden basket and it collapses. I think you want to put fruit in this one or whatever you'd like, honestly, but this one was a really well made one compared to the other ones that I've found. So this piece, I initially thought it was a mortar for a mortar and pestle, but the holes on the bottom definitely threw me for a loop. What do you guys think it is? Look at this darling owl trinket tray. Again, a bird and fall decor. Definitely taking this piece home. It was so cute and I really liked the glaze on it. I spotted treasure from a mile away. I saw these on the shelves when I was going down the aisle. These are 2 for $5.99 and this is a brutalist style candle holder. There were 2 of them and they definitely went right into my cart. You guys, look at this piece. I almost bought this, but upon further investigation, when I was turning it around, there was a creepy feature on this. Look at, in all the bags, there's toys, except for this one bag, there's a little girl. And the little girl looked quite creepy, so I definitely almost brought it home, but I thought, yeah, I'm gonna leave this one at the thrift store. Not sure what was happening there. Here's a cool vintage Santa. I thought he looked really cool and I do believe I purchased him for my Christmas collection. He is, like I said, very cool looking and simplistic. These reminded me of reindeer antlers. Again, something that looked really cool for potential Christmas decor. The holidays are right around the corner, but I did not end up picking up these pieces. Look at these little teacups. I loved the black and white design with the blue rim. Again, it was $11 for, I think, $19.99, but I only found 3, so it looks like these must have gotten misplaced from the rest of the set. Resist the birds. This little coffee mug, I really enjoyed the handle and the height of this piece. I really saw the little birds on them and that instantly made me want this piece. I would have picked it up if there was more than one. Look at these cute little teapots. They're brand new and they have little tea bags in them for like a Christmas gift or a birthday gift. I thought this was really cute. And I think it said Pier 1 on the bottom. I've met so many sweet followers on this YouTube channel, and I just have to say that my joy, the joy that I have when I'm hanging out with you guys and I'm shopping, it not only comes from thrifting, but it comes from, I have a firm foundation in the Lord Jesus Christ, and He fuels my joy, my peace, my freedom, and my passions, my desires that I like to go out and shopping and find treasure, because I believe that's what He loves to do. He loves to go out and find treasure, but His treasure is not in a store. His treasure is in us. And so if anything, at the end of these thrifting trips, as many porcelain cats that I can collect, it doesn't mean anything if I don't have love and if I'm not kind to people and if I don't love human beings. And so that's all I wanted to convey, is this joy that you hear when I'm on these YouTube videos. Yes, thrifting has a part to play in it, but it also comes from my faith. And so if I can just share a little bit of that positivity with you guys and encourage you guys to tune in as we go and do this fun hobby together and that we thrift together, I just want to continue sharing that positivity and that joy, and hopefully encourage you all to pursue that joy and to pursue that freedom and that peace that surpasses all understanding. The cat obsession continues. Look at how adorable this is. This little wooden cat is knocking over this table centerpieces, and it's so cute, so true. This piece just looked very unique and interesting. Again, I wasn't really big on the colors, but I really liked the shape of this piece. Another little planter with a off-centered tray on the bottom. I would have totally picked this up, but it just bugs me that there is an off-center tray on the bottom. These pieces I'm becoming really familiar with. I believe this is a crumb catcher where you hold this near your table and you scrape all of the crumbs into them. This was a really unique piece. I've never seen this design before. And there's the mark on the bottom. Look at this darling needlepoint stool. Let's see what the price is. $39.99. It's an antique, and the detail in this is amazing. Let's see. The footing was good. I couldn't find anything wrong with it, so I'm not sure why it said as is. Maybe there was a little stain on it, but this piece seemed so cute and adorable. It was a little bit too big for me, so I ended up leaving it behind. But this piece, again, I just said that other piece was too big for me. This piece was only $20, and it just screamed treasure. It had a couple nicks and dings on it that I thought that I could easily fix up, but it was definitely worth some investigation. And so we're going to take this home and do more investigating. Look at how unique this stool is. It's like someone donated all of their antique stools. Look at the feet. This is bird feet on a marble, it looks like, for the feet, which I've never seen before, and I thought this was so unique. Definitely wanted to pick up this piece. It definitely felt the antique vintage vibe. But again, I just don't know where I would put this, and I don't have room to sell this in my current booth space. I really liked the handles on this mirror. Again, had a very vintage vibe. And again, a little too big for what I was looking for, but definitely could appreciate the craftsmanship in this piece. So guys, it went from a very sunny day to a very rainy, gloomy day, but I love the gloom. I feel like it has its own vibe, like rainy day vibe, and it's definitely a thrifting day. It was so excited to I spent some time in this thrift store because it was raining really hard, and I cannot wait to show you what I found. I found an item that is worth, like its actual value is anywhere between $400 to $800. And that was just a quick scan with an app. And I swooped it up so fast, guys. It was $20, and I can't wait to show you in the full vintage haul that I'm going to do at the end of this video what I got. Stay tuned. Thrifting tip and hack alert. When you see these come out from the back of a thrift store, check these first. These are the restocking shelves, and these are all brand new items that just came out from storage. And so this is where you're going to find a lot of rare treasures that have not been spotted yet. This piece I thought was really cool because on the back it said, I believe it said it was made in Pakistan, and I think that it's just either a coaster or a candle holder, and the piece right next to it again was very beautiful. I could tell that it was unique because of the painting on it, and when I flipped it over to check the maker's mark, I could just barely read made in Italy. And so this piece was made in Italy. I don't know how I would display it. Would you put some flowers in it? How would you display it? Before I left this thrift store, I definitely wanted to just try on a couple flannels because fall is right around the corner. And with my new purse from Quince, I just definitely wanted to try on a couple cute outfits. So there was I really liked the white one, but this one ended up coming home with me. It just felt so fall. And it was really just adding to the vibe I was going for. So I ended up getting this plaid shirt. Just wanted to take you guys along for the fun. Hi everybody, it's another day. We're gonna go into just a few more thrift stores just to complete this thrifting vlog to see if we can find any more treasures because we really didn't find a lot in the few stores that we went in. So let's go into a couple more and see what we can find. Another thrifting tip and hack. When you go into a thrift store such as the Salvation Army, they'll typically have a glass counter around the register, and this is where they put their higher value items that they don't want anyone to steal, obviously. And so I'll always go and check these, and there can be some really good deals in these shelves. Now, I almost bought these pieces just because of the brass stands, and I just thought it would be so whimsical for a nursery for a little girl. These were really cute, but they felt kind of cheap and flimsy, so I ended up leaving them behind, but I could still appreciate the design and quality of these items. Now this one definitely confused me. I had no idea what this item was. Do you guys know what this is? Have you seen one of these before? Give it your best guess. This little box was really cute. It was a tin box and it had little chicks on it, so I thought that would be really cute for a spring collection. I ended up leaving this one behind though. Look at this little trinket box again. My brain is thinking ahead for holiday decor, and I thought that this was really cute. It says made in China. I ended up leaving this one behind as well. What an interesting piece. This shell looked so cool, little holder. And I loved the feet on the bottom. It was like brass footing on the bottom for $3.99. Definitely something interesting I was considering on purchasing. I spotted these treasure items right when I looked at the salt and pepper shaker section. These are wooden, very irregular shaped. I very much liked the shape. I've never seen something like this before, and those are the kind of items that I like to pick up. So I ended up putting these in my cart for further investigation. Tell me it's football season without telling me it's football season. Salt and pepper shakers. They are quite cute. This little glass set was darling. I would definitely see these as like a snowflake Christmas collection. I thought that they were so cute. I loved how big the base was. Again, I haven't had the best luck selling glass sets, but someone will definitely come and swoop these up. This little lady, I couldn't help but notice this little dog on a leash. It was so cute, that doll having a little dog on a leash. Again, something I've never seen before, and these were very peculiar. So these spoons, they're glass spoons, and the top of the spoon almost looked like they were broken, but I think that they were designed that way. Does anyone on here who's watching have any idea of what these would be used for? They have these little stands, like a spoon stand. I'd be really curious to hear everyone's thoughts. Look at this entire collection of glass, colored glass. I'm sure there's some very valuable pieces in here. I do not have a bunch of knowledge on these glass pieces, and glass doesn't sell that well for me, so I ended up leaving these behind, but I still was appreciating this whole entire set. It looks like it was a collection by whoever donated them, and there were some pretty valuable pieces here. I believe that this type of glass is called amber glass. Does anyone else have more information on these? I so loved the detail of this drawing, and it's artist signed. It was a little bit too high for my price point, but for fall decor, it was very, very cute. All right, guys, so we lucked out of the last one. I found a few things, like those little wooden salt and pepper shakers were really cute, but I don't have wood oil right now to revive those, and I didn't want to add another project to my list because I'm really busy. So we're gonna go see if this Goodwill has anything in store for us. See you guys inside. Pumpkin spice and everything nice. This definitely wanted to make its way into my cart, but I don't know what I would use this for. What would you use this for? When I saw this, I was immediately thinking this could be a really cute spice rack on a counter, but then I thought maybe I could hang it up on the wall, but it was quite heavy, so I don't think this is something that could be hung up on my kitchen wall. This item is a beautiful soap dish swan. I liked the color in it. It just seemed very unique. I didn't end up getting it, but I thought it was a very cool find. These guys were adorable. Now, however, they are not vintage or antique. They are very newly made and probably made in China, but I still thought they were so adorable. Another very interesting piece. Look at, oh, this is a, what is this? A prayer bowl? I believe it's a prayer bowl. I've never seen one of those before. This item just screamed vintage in history. I loved the little treasure marks on the bottom of this piece. Unfortunately, one of the little handle nubs there was broken, so I ended up not purchasing it because of it being damaged, but I just really liked this piece. It just felt so old. How cute. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know God cares for me. I absolutely loved this piece. I just wish I found the other piece to the bookend. Bella's trying to get in my studio room right now because she knows that we're going to do a thrift haul. There she is. Belly! She's like, Mom doesn't typically allow me in here. Come on in, Belle. There she comes. You know, Mama's doing a thrift haul. And she wants to say hello. Hello, everybody. All right, Belle. And she went right back out. So the reason I want to give you guys this quick thrift haul is we went thrifting to so many thrift stores, and I just feel like I was striking out. I was not finding quality items that I wanted to revive, take the time to clean up and put on my shop, my Etsy shop, and my collections on my personal website. I call it my treasure shop. My treasure shop. I can never say that word right, but it's treasure. My treasure shop. And I did find 3 items that I'm going to share with you. And one is a huge item. It's the one that I alluded to in my cover photo. And then it's also the one I alluded to when I was in the car. And this is not it. But this is an adorable, here we go, let's focus on it. This is an adorable owl. And I think it's going to be like a little trinket tray. And it is $3.99. And I really liked it, and I think it's very fall and fall decor. What? Belly, you're not supposed to be in here. Oh, talk about a needy kitten. Why are you being so needy? You know that we're talking to the fans, right? Your fans. We're talking to your fans. Say hello to them. Look how big this kid. Oh, she just wants to be held. Belle, you are interrupting the thrifting vlog. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, she's not letting go. Let go. You're cute, but oh my gosh, she's drooling. Drooling, baby. All right, you need to just stay out for a little bit, okay? We'll say, go on. She's so upset with me. Sorry, Belle. As we were saying, stay out there, Belle. These next, okay, so this was like the cheapest one, but it was just really, really cute. And these items, I learned what this style was watching some of my favorite resellers. And this is called Brutalist, this style of candle holder. Let's see if we can get a nice shot of those. And it's like it's a Brutalist style, because it's kind of clunky and it looks like it was just like fashioned together, welded metal. I don't know if you can see this up close or if it's gonna be able to zoom in on this. But here, she's trying to get in the room. I don't know if you see the paws under the door, look at that little face. Anyway, sorry. 2 for $5.99. These retail for, it's at over $80, and I'm really excited about this find. So I believe these may go either on my personal shop or my Etsy shop. Check both, but these will be up hopefully next month. And this is my final item, which I was so excited. Didn't know until I scanned it, but look at this baby. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you're like, what is it? I thought the same thing when I saw it. There's some scuffing on it. It is a redwood bonsai tree stand, and it literally was put out that day that I went thrifting. And it says on the bottom, I don't know if they read this when they priced it, but there's a little tag on the bottom, a treasure map, and it says rough wood, age 50 to 100 years old, place of origin, Jiangsu, China, kind of material rosewood. And I scanned it with the Google app, Google Scan, Google Lens, that's what it is, Google Lens. And it told me that this piece was well north of $400. And so I picked it up, and I'm gonna try to fix, there's a couple little markings. Where is it? Like a little scuff. There's one right there, and then one scuff right there. So if you have any good like tips or tricks to fix those kind of scuff marks, I think that they have like pens that you can do that with, or just a little touch up for redwood. So I'm gonna work on doing that, but I might keep this piece. I'm a plant lover. I love plants, and so I might find a use for putting one of my own plants on this stand and just use it as a plant stand. But regardless, that was my huge treasure find. My brutalist candle holders and my small bonsai rosewood stand. Those were my two biggest finds from the, I think I went to 4 or 5 thrift stores and did not find, like I said, did not find a ton. There were some really fun items, but again, just nothing that was like a higher value item that I was looking for. And so anyway, thank you so much for coming along with me, everyone. I hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you'd like more content. I hear Belly wanting to say goodbye. Oh, did you want to say goodbye?
Meow. Meow. I was trying not to make noise. I can hear you. I heard you recording, so I was trying
I can
not to
hear
make
you,
noise.
but I won't.
I was trying to be quiet out here.
That's my husband. Anyway, so if you enjoy my channel, please feel free to stop it. No. Belle wanted to say goodbye. Just wave. Bye, Belle. Bye. Like and subscribe.